Finally reached the end of Mimamsa Mains 2022, co-powered by Praj Industries Limited. The event was truly wonderful, partly because of the sleepless nights that went into it, partly because of the incredible participation we saw from so many colleges, but mostly because of the continuous guidance of all the guests present here amongst us, the vigor of the IISER Pune community, and the very concept of Mimamsa to take science far across the nation. We are honored to have as our chief guests for the day, Dr. Pramod Chaudhary, founder chairman of Praj, and Professor Jayant Udgaonkar, director of IISER Pune. Our esteemed guests also include Dr. Ravindra Utkikar, vice president of corporate strategy and marketing at Praj Industries, Mr. Pramod Kumbhar, the president and chief technology officer of Praj Industries, Dr. Nidhi Dhanju, chief human resources officer, Dr. Anand, Mr. Milind, Mr. Sandeep, and Dr. Madhusudan, Associate Professor of Biology at IISER Pune and Mimamsa's Faculty Coordinator. Thank you, guests, for being here. To begin the day with some musical vibes, we have Aroha, IISER Pune's music club, presenting an impromptu jam session of famous Bollywood songs from the 2000s. We've got Amit on vocals, Saksham on the guitar, and Subhranshu on the cajon. You're welcome and even more encouraged to join in along with them. The stage is yours.
Before we start, I request the audience to join along as we sing, because these are very popular numbers. I think most of us know many of these songs. This is going to be an impromptu jam sessions. Maybe pitch in with your own suggestions. If you have time at the end, we could take those songs also.
खैरियत पूछो कभी तो कैफियत पूछो तुम्हारे दिल दीवाने का क्या हाल है हो खैरियत पूछो कभी तो कैफियत पूछो तुम्हारे बिन दीवाने का क्या हाल है अंजाम है तय मेरा होना तुम्हें है मेरा जितनी भी हो दूरियां फिलहाल है ये दूरियां फिलहाल है हो खैरियत पूछो कभी तो कैफियत पूछो तुम्हारे दिल दीवाने का क्या हाल है तुम्हारी तस्वीर के सहारे मौसम कई गुजारे मौसमी ना समझो पर इश्क को हमारे नजरों के सामने मैं आता नहीं तुम्हारे ना 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 दिल मेरा है ना समझ कितना रुलाओ तो फिर आओ मुझको सताओ अभी जाओ 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 वो लम्हे वो बातें कोई न जाने थी कैसी रातें ओ बरसाते ओ भीगी भीगी यादें ओ भीगी भीगी यादें ना मैं जानूं ना तू जाने कैसा है ये मौसम कोई न जाने कल से ये फिजाएं गमों की धूप संग लाई खफा हो गए हम जुदा हो गए हम तुम क्यों चले आते हो हर रोज इन ख्वाबों में चुपके से आ भी जाओ एक दिन मेरी बाहों में तेरे ही सपने अंधेरों में उजालों में कोई नशा है तेरी आंखों के प्यालों में तू मेरे ख्वाबों में जवाबों में सवालों में क्या मुझे प्यार है क्या मुझे प्यार है ऐसा खुमार है अब तो आदत सी है मुझको ऐसे जीने में दूर जितना भी तुम मुझसे पास तेरे में अब तो आदत सी है मुझको ऐसे जीने में
I don't think we could have asked for a more melodious start to the day. Now, Now, to add some grace to the valedictory ceremony, Navrasa, our institute's dance club, is going to put up beautiful performances and infuse the event with even more excitement. The first piece for today that they have prepared is a semi-classical dance on the Bollywood song Ghumar. Let's welcome the team with a huge round of applause. We are going to start the performance in a few more minutes. Thank you for being patient. We're just solving a few technical issues. Yeah, we are finally starting with a dance performance. It's going to be worth the wait.
घूमर 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 घूमर
Well, that was absolutely spectacular. Thank you for starting the event with such a wonderful piece, Team Navrasa. Up next, to bring some fun and energy to the day, we have a hip hop performance on the fusion of three very famous Bollywood songs, Ghungru, Chamak Challo, and Mumbai Dance. Give it up for the team.
Sun and the sand and the sea and the night, and we're feeling alright, yeah, we're feeling alright. क्यों लम्हे खराब करे, आ गलती बेहिसाब करे, दो पल की जो नींद उड़ी, आ पूरे सारे ख्वाब करे, क्या करने हैं उम्रों के वादे, ये जो रहते हैं रहने दे आधे, दो बार नहीं एक बार सही, एक रात की कर ले तू यारी, सुबह तक मान के मेरी बात, तू ऐसे जोर से नाची आज, ये घुंघरू टूट गए, ये घुंघरू टूट गए. Shawty, I'm gonna get ya. You know I'm gonna get ya. You know I'll even let you be my chamak chalo. Kaisa sharmana aaja nachte dikha de. Aa meri hole aaja phari da gira de. Aa meri akhiyon se akhiyon mila de. Aa tu na nakre dikha. Wanna be my chamak chalo. Wanna be my chamak chalo. Wanna be my chamak chalo. Wanna be my chamak chalo.
Well, that electric performance was enough to wake up all those who were snoozing because we have got a lot in store. Thank you, Navrasa, for both of those beautiful performances. Sorry for that abrupt break. Now, as we begin the ceremony, I would hand over the podium to Oendrila Samantha, General Coordinator of Mimamsa for 2022, to give an overview of all that went into making this year's cycle, that is the 14th edition of Mimamsa, a reality.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at the end of a glorious chapter in Mimamsa's history. This year, the entire Mimamsa team and the people associated with it worked tirelessly to take Mimamsa to heights that were never seen before. This overview is a small attempt to showcase what the last 8 months of Mimamsa was like. The PPT you're seeing started with just 2 slides with my big plans in brief for the interview of Mimamsa GC. Now, this serves as a testimony to the things we achieved this year, and I'm glad to say that this is because of the undeterred perseverance and hard work of each and every person who was involved this year with us in the smallest of possible ways. We are glad that we could achieve things that we did not think were possible, but we did it at the end, and I'm glad. We believe that science is the light that consumes the darkness, ignorance, and illuminates the path to enlightenment. This is the philosophy that led to the inception of Mimamsa in 2008, and I'm glad that we are able to carry this forward, the ideology of critical thinking and the legacy of Mimamsa. So, as you can see, it started with a very small group under the leadership of Professor Sutirth De in 2008, and now it has just jumped up to stages we have never, to levels that were unfathomable before. This is the 14th edition, and I'm glad to say the legacy still continues and will just grow. So Mimamsa 2022 was just a roller coaster ride for everyone who has been involved. This time, we achieved the highest number of registered team in the shortest time interval of just 40 days. This is double the number of the registered teams we had last year. That too in testing times like COVID. It's a great achievement that we are proud to have. 1,250 teams registered, out of which 950 appeared for the prelims that happened online on 20th February. It happened on an exam portal that was prepared entirely by the web development team, headed by Parth Gupte and Vignesh. This is possible because of their sacrifice of everything, and they just worked on this portal for all year long, and they made this possible. Participant count was 4,250 plus, and this is a huge number, and we should have a round of applause for the finalist over here who made it to the top 16 out of 4,250 participants. So, as we know, COVID had its pros and cons. Well, one of the pros that served for us was the regional diversity that we could achieve in the last 2 years because of online prelims. We could expand our Mimamsa outreach to places that can't even be found on map. And this was possible because the first stage was held online, and people could give the exam at the comfort of their home on the exam portal, which allowed them to interact with their team members as well. It was a very convenient platform, and you can see the numbers clearly presented over here. So over here, I would like to thank Praj, because you can clearly see a huge jump in the number of registered teams from the year 2019 to 20. 2020 was the year when Praj started sponsoring Mimamsa, and the jump is very clear. And we hope that this continues forward, and we are able to take Mimamsa to greater heights with the help of Praj. So Mimamsa 2022 was unique in its own self. It had some flagship programs that we are very proud of, and I would like to highlight a few of them. First being campus coordinator, second being an issue that we closely looked into was the participation of girls. Third, question reveal, and these are the things that I'm going to elaborate, so we'll just go there. Social media, like we all are of 21st generation, I mean, most of us. So, and we are the social media generation maybe. So We did immense publicity, and you can see the stats are clear. More than 5 lakh people were reached only with the help of social media posts. We had team reveal posts. All the posts that were there was made by the design team of Mimamsa. And this year we also released the questions of last year's mains in an interactive platform which gave the students an idea about how Mimamsa questions are. We set up a Discord server to be in touch with the participants and clear their doubts at different intervals of times. This was an initiative taken up to boost the regional participation. Like, not all students are comfortable with English. Some are more comfortable with regional languages, their own mother tongue. And this was a small attempt to bring them together under the Mimamsa family. And hence this year, we translated the Mimamsa poster into 11 different regional languages to boost our outreach and give the students who are more comfortable in their mother tongue a chance to participate in Mimamsa. Campus coordinator was a new concept that was introduced this year, and we are glad that 60 campus coordinators all across different colleges served as publicity heads in their own campus and publicized Mimamsa. They were the point of contact between the Mimamsa team and the students of their college. The top 4 best campus coordinators are present over here with us. I'll name Aditya Sheth from BITS Pilani, Vishwas Ranjan from UMCEBS, Sanskar Agrawal from ISA Tirupati, and Saumilya Mishra from MSU Baroda. They helped us publicize Mimamsa and increase the registration number of registered teams. Participation of girls. This time we took special efforts to make sure that the gender ratio is not very skewed. And as you can see, it wasn't. The ratio stands at 58 to 42, which is higher than what is present in STEM in general. And these are the top 4 all-girls team, out of which the team from IISc is in top 10. It's all-girls team. And we had around 200 all-girls team and 320 all-boys teams. And the initiatives that we took to ensure the participation of more girls was a collaboration with Girl Up. It's an organization of girls, of social initiatives by girls. And we had special prizes for the top girls team. And we made sure to publicize Mimamsa as much as possible in the all-girls colleges. Mains. In the last 3 days maybe, we have seen a roller coaster of emotion, adrenaline rush, and everything. So these are the top 4 finalists: IISc, IISA Kolkata, IIT Madras, and IIT Roorkee. The questions you see are a product of immense hard work and devotion from the question-making coordinators and the entire team, who take one entire year to come up with the idea of a question, polish them, and bring it in front of you so that these 4 finalists can give you a nice quizzing experience in these 3 days. The 4 campus coordinators are present, as I said, and there were 3 rounds in the mains. As you know, brief thought, deep thought, and you witnessed the rapid fire just now. And Science Fest, another introduction, it's a concept that was introduced this year, and I would like to say special thanks to Saransh and Siddharth, who looked after this so diligently and made it possible to have an amazing Science Fest that everyone is proud of. We had so many things lined up, including the stalls that you see outside, the exhibits, and trust me, the atmosphere this morning was resonating. The enthusiasm and enjoyment was palpable. And we had stalls from the Akash Ganga Club, the Astro Club, Science Club, Maths Club, iGEM, and we had a forensic stall, and the Science Media Center also, who took lots of effort to bring in exhibitions and demonstrations in front of the school students, 100 school students and college students who visited us this morning. We had the dance and the cultural programs, and we thank Aroha and Navrasa for the same. Here are some pictures from the last few days. And lastly, I would say this overview was possible because of the whole team coming together and leading to the definition of together we achieve milestones. That stands for what Mimamsa team really was. I would like to conclude my speech over here. Thank you.
Thank you, Indrila. Like she mentioned, Praj Industries Limited has been a trusted partner since 2020. The duo of Mimamsa and Praj works so well because of the shared vision they have. Praj has always aimed to use science to nudge the world towards greener pastures by using sustainable biofuel technologies. We will now stream a short video that will delineate their work, vision, and their goals, things that truly separate Praj from other companies.
Praj Industries, India's most accomplished industrial biotechnology company, is driven by innovation, integration, and delivery capabilities. Over the past 4 decades, Praj has focused on the environment, energy, and agri-process industry, with over 750 customer references spanning more than 75 countries across 5 continents. Praj's diverse portfolio comprises of bioenergy solutions, critical process equipment and skids, breweries, zero liquid discharge systems and high-purity water systems. Praj is listed on the Bombay and National Stock Exchanges of India.
I always cherish the vision to influence and make the world a better place by offering technology-led, environment-friendly, sustainable solutions. In the last 4 decades, Praj has established global leadership by deploying innovative technologies.
All the customized solutions provided to customers are backed by the state-of-the-art R&D center, Praj Matrix. The certified R&D facility forms the backbone for the company's endeavors towards a clean energy-based bioeconomy. Delivering extensive research by over 90 scientists, Praj has secured over 300 patents in innovation.
Biomobility and Bioprism are the mainstay of Praj's strides in the bioeconomy. The Biomobility platform offers technologies to produce low-carbon renewable transportation fuels that ensure sustainable decarbonization through circular bioeconomy. Bioprism portfolio comprises of technologies for production of renewable chemicals and materials that reimagine nature with the promise of sustainability. People-centric culture at Praj was upheld when we were acclaimed the numero uno ranking as the best place to work in the advanced bioeconomy in the year 2020. Yet another high point for Praj came in the form of second ranking in the list of 50 hottest companies in bioeconomy for 2021 by US-based Bioeconomy Daily. This is a befitting recognition of Praj's culture of innovation and entrepreneurship.
Praj's founder-chairman, Dr. Pramod Chaudhary, was bestowed with prestigious George Washington Carver Award 2020 by US-based Biotechnology Innovation Organization.
Bringing prestigious George Washington Carver Award, considered the top global honor in the industrial biotechnology for the first ever time to India, is one of the most fulfilling achievements. Biofuels is an idea whose time has come, and Praj is the industry's flag bearer, is in the pole position to accelerate India's pursuit for energy self-reliance.
Thank you, Team Praj, for your immense support and backing. You have truly helped Mimamsa grow a lot. Before going further, I would use this occasion to introduce one of our chief guests for the day, Professor Jayant Udgaonkar, the director of IISER Pune. Professor Udgaonkar did his graduate studies in chemistry at St. Xavier's College and obtained his master's degree from IIT Madras. He secured his PhD from Cornell and did his postdoctoral studies at Stanford. He held various prominent positions at the National Center of Biological Sciences before coming to IISER Pune as our director. Professor Udgaonkar has been the recipient of multiple honors and fellowships, a very few of which include Biotechnology Career Fellowship of Rockefeller Foundation, Golden Jubilee Biotechnology Career Fellowship of the Rockefeller Foundation, Golden Jubilee Biotechnology Fellowship of the Department of Biotechnology, Swarn Jayanti Fellowship, and the J.C. Bose National Fellowship of the Department of Science and Technology, and the Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Prize of the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. His research currently focuses on certain model proteins to study the folding, unfolding, and misfolding of proteins using tools of protein engineering and physical biochemistry to take the field of biotechnology and medical sciences further. I request Dr. Udgaonkar to please take the stage and enlighten us with a few words. Sir, the podium is yours.
So dear students, Dr. Chaudhary, other colleagues from Raj, and of course faculty members and students from IISER and from elsewhere. It's really wonderful that Raj has been sponsoring Mimamsa for the past 3 years, and I hope very much that this sponsorship will continue for many, many years to come. As I'm sure our colleagues from Raj have seen, there's tremendous enthusiasm about Mimamsa all over the country, and the support of Raj has enabled Mimamsa to grow to a truly nationwide competition. I really congratulate the team of Mimamsa, which has really gone out of the way to make sure that the entire country is represented, not just the entire country, but both genders or all genders of the country are being represented in the competition. That's really wonderful, and I hope that continues, and very soon we have more lady participants in the finalists. I was glad to see there was at least one. But it's really very important that we have gender equality in all stages of various activities that the Institute does and which everyone does. So Mimamsa has grown tremendously over the past many years, especially in the last 3 years, when it became possible for us to extend to all parts of the country. And that in part is because of Raj, and in part to a very large extent to the continued enthusiasm of the students of IISER Pune to make this a successful event nationwide. I know it's not at all easy to organize an event such as this, to reach out to colleges all over the country, to coordinate with many different colleges, with many different students, is no mean feat. What is even more difficult, I know, is to set the questions. I teach, so I know how difficult it is to set questions just for the course I teach. You wonder whether there's a problem in the way the question is worded. You think about whether bright students are going to question the answer you think is the right answer. And in a competition such as this, a quiz competition, you really have to be very, very careful about how the question is worded and how the answer is worded. I had a little bit of a problem with the last question of the rapid fire. I didn't quite understand the answer, and I need to talk to somebody about it, and I hope my doubts get clarified. But it's really a very difficult thing to do, and I commend all of you, and I understand a very large number of students here have contributed to formulation of the questions and getting the answers also to those questions. So that's really wonderful, and I would like to congratulate all of you who participated in that. Now, coming to science education, what is the role of a quiz? Is it just to have fun? Surely that's a good reason. But if you're going to be participating in a quiz, you automatically read more. You automatically try to learn things better on your own. And that really is the essence of a good education, that a student learn how to do things on their own, to solve problems on their own. And I think a quiz such as this, which is not an easy quiz, which has difficult questions, which need to answering, really require that students have to prepare well. And it's a type of preparation, I think, which would be different from preparation for a course, because in a course you have a limited syllabus to cover. Here you could be asked anything in physics or chemistry or biology or mathematics, and you have to be able to reason out the answer in a relatively short time. And the fact that many of you have been able to do it, many of the participants have been able to do it, really is a testimony to the type of education which you have received at your respective institutes. And it's really commendable that students were able to answer the type of questions which I heard in the last 2-3 rounds of the rapid fire. I should mention that out of those, I forget the count, maybe 15 questions I heard, I knew the answers for only 3. But anyway, it's really great that you people are bright enough to figure out answers to difficult questions. The more important thing, of course, was doing the learning which you would have gone through in preparing for the quiz, and that learning would have been much or really completely on your own, and that's really something which will stand you good stead in the years to come. So again, let me thank all of you for being here. I'm glad to see a much bigger crowd than what I remember from 3 years ago, even in the final valedictory function, where many of you would have got tired out from the activities of the last 3 days. And I think it's a testimony to how Mimamsa has grown. It's a testimony to the importance of this competition, both to IISER Pune and to the country at large. We need students to be excited by science, and this is really a great way of exciting students to think about questions in science, to think about how to deal with problems in science. So thank you all very much. Thank you, Praj, once again. I should thank Madhu for being the faculty coordinator for several years now, and it's a great job that he has been coordinating along with the student coordinators, and thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir, for your words. Can you, we, Team Mimamsa, would like to present a memento to you, so if you could. To me? Yes. To thank you for being present amongst us and giving the speech. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Our chief guest, Dr. Pramod Chaudhary, is an unparalleled luminary. He dreamt and developed Praj into a world-class engineering company specialized in agri-processing opportunities. He is a distinguished alumnus of IIT Bombay, 1971, and also an alumnus of Harvard Business School, 1995. Dr. Chaudhary has been associated with many eminent organizations, holding several key positions in them throughout the years. He is the president of the Advisory Council of Savitribai Phule Pune University, a founder member and president of Indian Federation of Green Energy, a founder trustee of Pune International Center, and an honorary member of Governing Council of Confederation of Biomass Energy Industry of India, to name just a few. Dr. Chaudhary has also received multiple awards and widespread recognition for his entrepreneurship and excellence, some of which include the Asia's Greatest Leader 2018 award by the URS Asia One magazine, the Distinguished Service Award by IIT Bombay, the Lifetime Achievement Award by Army Institute of Technology Pune, and he has also been voted amongst globally top 100 people in the bioenergy space by Biofuels Digest consecutively for 3 years. In 2020, Dr. Chaudhary became the first Indian to receive the George Washington Carver Award 2020 by Bio Impact. And in 2022, he received and became the first Indian to receive the William C. Holmberg Award for Lifetime Achievement in Bioeconomy. While all that I've done is just scrape the tip of the iceberg of his achievements, without taking further time, I would like to invite Dr. Pramod Chaudhary to take the stage and inspire us with his words.
Very good evening, everybody. Friends, what a wonderful evening. We are getting drenched into a lot of knowledge. And my compliments to ICER Pune, for organizing such a excellent event year after year. Thanks to Madhusudan, who got us roped in about 3 years back. And here we are enjoying every bit of it. I think 2 days back, my other team came here at the inauguration of the competition. Only I feel a little sorry that my alma mater is missing from this crowd, that they could not make it to last 4. That is IIT Bombay. I think sometime they were there in the last year or year before. Anyway, it's like this. This event of Mimamsa is really becoming like Professor Udgaonkar said, it's becoming an event of national importance. And after a gap of COVID, I think this time it is really taking a good shape, good attention, and good participation. The way the number of teams are increasing year after year is a very good sign, and I'm sure it will become one of the events which I remember from IIT Bombay, like Mood Indigo, Mimamsa of ICER should take a place. And today what I saw as the performing arts, as a good blend of science and arts together. In fact, I must appreciate this Ghumar dance. The scientists can do such a beautiful choreography, and really it was flawless. You can understand the movement of protons and electrons, but the way it was happening here on the stage was really wonderful. So compliments to whoever has taken the efforts to put up that show. It was very pleasant, and with those costumes and all those things. What we really look at, there's one more thing which I must share, that the year when we started Praj Matrix, some of you visited, I think 3 days back, 2008, and starting of Mimamsa is also the 2008. It's a great coincidence. So Mr. Udgaonkar, Dr. Udgaonkar, there's no fear that perhaps we'll keep on continuing because of this connectivity of the life cycle of both the institutes or both the events is identical. So I can look that will become a year by year a perpetual thing, because that is also, we are converting knowledge into some kind of a research activity into tangible products and processes. So there's a good connect in that. When I look towards working or the teachings at the ICER, basically it is the way I understand it is mainly promoting pure sciences. And the Mimamsa is testing the level of understanding of the pure sciences among the students, and that is the way to encourage learning. But there's something beyond that. I mean, when I look at the pure sciences, we come from a very applied research and applied sciences. The pure sciences may involve basic sciences like matter, or something to do with the Pancha Mahabhutas, or something to do with the solar system. So these are all basic things which are understanding of their phenomena, of their working, is a part of pure science, the way I look at it. What we really get is the applied part, that these things which gets converted into recipes, formulae and all that, there's a big gap or there's a big disconnect. What we try to encourage is the innovation. And that innovation is happening in our laboratories, in our designs and other things. But what innovation can happen in your premises is something what I really look for. I've been always telling that we must get some ICER smart graduates or postgraduates to work for us, because they can definitely can come out with more of innovation which is of disruptive kind. Unfortunately, India is lacking those kind of disruptive innovation. We are having incremental innovation most of the places, most of the times. And what is really needed is some kind of a game-changing innovations, and that can happen if you are able to master the pure sciences, the basic sciences. And I definitely look forward, and this Mimamsa is one kind of a thing which can trigger those kind of thinkings, those kind of developments. And I hope that we are able to get these young minds which are very fresh with modern inputs in terms of technology or way of teaching, learning and all that. They can really give us some kind of a hope in terms of developing or achieving those kind of innovations which are of disruptive nature, and they can put India on a global map for research in the areas of pure sciences. And this is my personal keenness in this area. We are not really satisfied with the applied sciences or applied technologies, but something we really feel hungry about this kind of breakthroughs in the basic pure sciences, basic sciences. I only hope that we get trained in the institute like this and not land up in the working for the foreign institutes. I urge, this is my personal, always a very important thing, that our country, our nation needs a lot of such scientists. And I wish, I request, I urge that those scientists who are passing out of this institution like ICER at least think of serving the country, serving the nation in this area. May look like a little cliche thought, but I think it is definitely important. The way we are making, India is making a progress on variety of things. We have many challenges, and one of the biggest challenges is sustainability. And sustainability is cutting across variety of things. Variety of things is becoming important. And the sustainability solutions which we can find out here, they can be applied for a global areas, global countries, or global scenarios. So if we can really put that kind of a thought and encourage that kind of a thinking, I'm sure it will progress, or it will really propagate for the benefit of the mankind ultimately. Thank you once again for inviting me for this function. I don't want to delay it now, because I'm sure what are you waiting is somewhere here in his hands. And it will be my pleasure to declare the final story, and that is what is really. But I must also thank Madhusudan, Professor Madhusudan, for meticulously running this and helping us keep our interest alive. That is very important. Our interest was in front of our schedules. The other thing which I noticed, that every time there's a new team, but the new team snugly fits into the role. And that is something very, very creditable for the ICER education or ICER motivation is there, that the team goes and takes the charge of the happenings for the next year. I'm sure for 23, we'll be very soon, we'll start talking to the 23, and some of the things which they have, what suggestion we give, they really adopted it, especially the more girls participation. I mean, of course the efforts are there, but these are the thought going to different corners of the country. That has also happened. And I will not be surprised that day is not far away when you will start getting application across the borders. So I am sure this is a powerful platform, and wish you all the best. And once again, thank you for giving Praj an honor to be partnering with you guys. And I look forward to a long-term partnership between Praj and ICER. Good luck.
Thank you for your speech, sir. I would request you to please receive the memento. No. Along with that, I would like to announce that I would like Dr. Chaudhary to announce the results of Mimamsa 2022. But before we announce the results, I request Professor Udgaonkar, Dr. Udgekar, and Dr. Madhusudan to join us on the stage for the announcement and distribution of trophies and certificates that will follow immediately after.
Hello, check.
Great. I have a great honor to declare the winners of today's final evaluation. We have one winner and 3 runners. Okay? One winner and 3 runners. So, let's go for the third runner first. We talk about third runner. Any guess for the third runner? Who is that? Please, please. Any guesses? IIT. But there are 2 IITs, no? I only heard IIT. Okay, okay. No, but I didn't hear that. They're a little hesitant. Okay, so third runner-up is for IIT Roorkee. Congratulations. Again. Congratulations.
This is all. Let the team pose and we will also.
Fourth. Go for okay. You want me to go like that? I thought I was going to jump it a little bit here and there. Okay. I've been instructed to go bottoms up. So, the second runner-up. Now here, please give a good, loud guess. What is that? IIC Bangalore? Who is saying that? who are from IIC Bangalore team? So you want to be in the third place? That's your choice, huh? Well, any other guess? The third place goes to IISER Kolkata.
will say, sir is not a master बनाए. No, sir.
So we go to the next. Now there is only 2 are left. It is, I think, a tie between IIT Madras and ISC Bangalore. Correct? So what is the guess? How many for ISC Bangalore? Please raise your hand. Count. How many of you want? Sorry? Yeah, top position we are looking, no, now. Now is between the only 2, the tie. So which is the top position? Who is going to take a top position?
IISc.
I ask from this side, any guess?
IISc.
Okay, the winner, first winner is only one. I will go for a winner now, I'm jumping the queue. Okay, because then it's only a simple thing. If I go for second, the first is already known. So we have to definitely applaud the first one. The winner of this Mimamsa 2022 is IIT Madras. And of course now the great second place, the first runner-up goes to ISC Bangalore. It's no less. Congratulations.
So now that the finalist certificates are done, I'd request sirs to stay on the stage because we now have certificates for last year's core team that helped create last year's Mimamsa reality. Last year's Mimamsa was extremely difficult because it was in the pandemic and totally online. So to honor the members of the core team and acknowledge their hard works, I'd like to call AP Aravindakshan, the General Coordinator of Mimamsa 2021. Harshit Pateria, the General Coordinator of Mimamsa 2021. Aniket Sivkumar, the Finance Coordinator. Saumil Kelkar, Physics Question Making Coordinator. Amog Rakesh, Physics Question Making Coordinator. Amog Ranade, Biology Question Making Coordinator. Aditya Pujari, Biology Question Making Coordinator. Anand Rao Tadipatri, Mathematics Question Making Coordinator. GV Anurag Ethel, Chemistry Question Making Coordinator. Mihir Dingankar, Chemistry Question Making Coordinator. Harini Sudha, Design Coordinator. Ritvi Taleli, Design Coordinator. Jezar Jojo Valivattam, Web Development Coordinator. Krishna Girish, Publicity Coordinator. Neev Shah, Publicity Coordinator. Sanjana Vasant, Designer and Publicity Coordinator. Sabarish SS, Science Fest Coordinator. Varun G, Publicity Coordinator. And Varun Shah, Publicity Coordinator. I would now request the team to come forth for a group picture. I'd request the team to stay on stage and also call Mimamsa 2022 core team to have a group picture. Mimamsa 2022 core team. No felicitation. Just next year they'll get their felicitation. Just a group photo. Come. I'll now call the finalists, all 16 of our finalists, to come forth and take a group picture with our dignitaries. All 4 teams, can you please come forth? You're requested to get your trophies as well. Please get your trophies. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Chaudhary, Professor Odgaonkar, Dr. Odgekar, and Dr. Madhusudan for the felicitation ceremony. Before we say our goodbyes, I would request Dr. Madhusudan, Mimamsa's faculty coordinator, to take over the podium and give the concluding remarks for this year's edition of Mimamsa.
It's been quite a journey, isn't it? Congratulations to the finalists. It's kind of incongruent almost that there needs to be a winner and a runners-up, because ultimately I think what we're celebrating here is science. And Mimamsa leads the way in showing how this should be done with some deliberation, due thought, and so on. So the rapid fire rounds that you saw in the end are, just a very tiny fraction of what really happened. The deep thought rounds, for example, where one solves questions with a thinking time of 20 minutes. And, some of those questions gave me a headache. I probably required much more than 20 minutes. And I hope that this inspires you, the finalists, and everyone else over here to pursue science. And I think some of the answers may seem difficult, but with some due deliberation, we would, I think, reach a solution. So congratulations again. It was a magnificent performance, and I hope it inspires others to follow suit. Now, there is something that I need to address over here, which is my name was mentioned a few times, as if I have done work for this. I haven't. Mimamsa is completely conceived, planned, and run by the students of ISER Pune. Entirely, okay? Every word of it. All the questions that you see, deliberating on how the questions should be framed, what puns should we add in, and all of this is done by the students. It takes, and this has been mentioned variously by people of sleepless nights, etc., but it also must have been a lot of fun. And how much you must have learned from this. I wish I were there. And I'm incredibly proud of our students for putting this up. Very, very well done. I'm, every time, and I say this too, every time I say Mimamsa quiz, a part of me cringes. It's not really the quiz in the conventional sense that we know of it. The word Mimamsa stands for, the kind of deliberation and the due thought process that goes into solving problems in science. And I think that this is a competition with a difference. And again, I'm incredibly proud that ISER Pune has been doing this for as long as the Praj Matrix has been there, for 14 long years. And I'm incredibly proud also that even COVID could not break the chain. And we've had Mimamsa for 14 consecutive years. I'm also proud that every edition of Mimamsa monotonically has seen an increasing number of participants. That somewhat went skywards after Praj's involvement, but every Mimamsa has seen an increasing number of participants. And you, the finalists, should be even prouder because you've the creme de la creme of a much larger population than your predecessors. Very well done. Now, to organize such a big event, there are various facets other than the question making and, just deliberating on the science. There is transport and merchandise and just organization. And the Mimamsa team has gelled together and made this possible. Now, I'm incredibly proud of Mimamsa 2022 because unlike the previous years, the coordinators of this year, the coordinators of any Mimamsa year would have always learned and seen what happened in the previous years. The 2022 team, I'll mention the GC's names over here, but there's a very vast team. Aniket, Oindrila, Aditya, Saransh, and Lokesh. None of them have seen a Mimamsa earlier. And yet, it looked as if there was no break in the continuity. And I'm incredibly proud of this achievement. Very, very well done. So, being the cricket aficionado I am, I take a sneak look at the IPL every now and then. And there is this, it's becoming an annoyance now. There is this ad about how if you dream very big, or if you dream a very big dream, you're seldom alone. But that is a truism here, because Mimamsa started with my colleague Sutirth Day, my good friend, being the faculty coordinator. And the initial round was just isolated to Pune and its surroundings. And now that map that Oindrila showed, has purple circles almost eclipsing the entire country. So, big dream. And we are not alone because we have Praj. And words are immeasurable over here to, say what Praj has meant over here. And particularly, I'd like to name two people there. There are many people from Praj over here. But two people I will single out. Dr. Pramod Chowdhury, you've seen a glimpse of his accomplishments, etc. He must be a very busy man. But he has attended almost every single one of the meetings we've had with Praj. Be it online or coming here. The pandemic didn't, blunt these meetings. And these meetings, I must say, have been an inspiration. They've driven the students to put this kind of a show. So thank you very much for that. Not just for, bankrolling the event. And I said it last year too. Praj's involvement in this event is not that of a sponsor, typically, giving something, having their names flashed on the screen. It's that of a benevolent benefactor. And they've been with us throughout this journey. The other person I would like to singly mention over here is that of my friend Dr. Ravindra Udgikar. Now, he has been on call with the core team, and if it weren't for COVID, I'm sure he would have been here for all these meetings continually, be it for merchandise or for matters related to press releases and so on and so forth. And I, again, cannot thank you enough for this involvement. And I hope, and I'm very grateful that you said that this will be a continual journey. I'm looking forward to this. Thank you very, very much indeed to Praj. Finally, I would like to place on record the phenomenal support we get from the ICER institution, led by our director Jayant Udgaonkar, and ably supported by the deans and the administration. And I think Aniket, who will follow, will list all the people. I'd like to mention one name specially here, and that is of Shubhangi, who has tirelessly worked towards, ensuring that we have this rapport. So thank you very much, all of you, and I hope that there are many first years that are witnessing this. Normally, you would have been much more involved in this. I know that many of you chipped in towards the end, but this is a truly national, who knows, very soon an international event, and it's run by us. I'm very proud, and I hope this continues. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. There can be no better way to conclude our exhilarating journey than by giving thanks to all the people who have been instrumental in bringing this brilliant festival of science to pass. And for this, I request Aniket Sivkumar, General Coordinator of Mimamsa for 2022, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Hello, yeah. So, good evening to everyone present here. I'm Aniket, and I'm one of the general coordinators, and I'm going to be presenting the vote of thanks. So, before I begin, just a little warning. This Mimamsa has been a huge event, so there are a lot of people to thank. I mean, it wouldn't be good to end the event without showing our appreciation. I mean, I don't think that would be fair, personally, at least. So, the speech is going to be a bit lengthy, and I hope you guys will bear with me. So, first and foremost, I have to thank our esteemed chief guest, founder of Praj Industries, Dr. Pramod Chaudhary, who despite his busy schedule has found the time to grace this occasion with his presence. For the past 3 years, Praj has been instrumental in the growth of Mimamsa as an event, and their support throughout this journey has been invaluable. We greatly appreciate their efforts, and I hope this partnership will go on for years to come. I'd also like to thank the rest of the Praj contingent for their support. And I think today with him there is Dr. Anand Goshalkar, Dr. Nidhi, Dr. Kumbar, Sandeep, and Meher. Thank you guys also for being here today. And the second person, obviously, I have to definitely thank is the doctor, as Madhu said, is the director, as Madhu said, Dr. Jayant Udgaonkar, and his continued support, words of kindness, and just encouragement have really helped us carry this journey of Mimamsa through the ages. So without his support, it would be impossible to hold such a large-scale event. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Dr. Ravindra Udgikar. So he has worked closely and personally with us, helped us with branding, held frequent meetings with us. And without him, he played a very instrumental role in the organization of this event. So Next, I'd like to thank all the current and previous deans, especially Dr. Harinath, who has also been instrumental in the inception and execution of Mimamsa. Their guidance has helped us and has kept us on the right track over the past few years. The support of the registrar, Colonel Raja Shekhar, the assistant registrar, and Mrs. Shubhangi has also been greatly appreciated. It is with their encouragement and cooperation that we are able to organize several aspects of this event. I also would like to extend my gratitude to the accounts department, especially Mr. Prabhas and the Joint Registrar of Finance and Accounts, Vasundhara Lad, for their support with respect to the handling of the finances of the event. We also thank the academic section and the engineering section who helped us navigate the nitty-gritties of this event and refine it into what you see today. And I think the most underrated appreciation that I need to give today is to Mr. Khandekar and his team, without whom this entire setup of the auditorium, LHC, NLH, none of these would be possible. So they helped guide us through the process, organize a lot of these things, and especially the security, the gardening team, the housekeeping staff. They are the real heroes of the event, if I say so myself. So next, I have to extend my deep sense of gratitude towards all the judges, team members, and volunteers for the quizzing events and the Science Fest. All of you turned up in extremely large numbers, even though a lot of you had just come to campus the week before. We greatly appreciate this enthusiasm, and I really hope that you guys keep pushing Mimamsa forward in the years to come. I would also like to thank and congratulate all the finalists for their patience and their participation in the event. We hope you guys had a wonderful time. Now, over the past few years, Mimamsa has gone through a sort of a tough time with COVID, the online mode, all putting a dent in a lot of our plans. So there have been a few people who have really helped push us, and I would really like to specially mention and highlight these people. So the first person I'd like to do this for is our faculty coordinator, Dr. Madhusudan. So Madhu has this annoying habit of downplaying his role in the event every time he comes up to speak, and I frankly don't like it very much because I had to visit his office several times and he used to tell me what to do, help me out. Normally, you wish for a faculty coordinator who's both a mentor and a friend, and I think we got that in Dr. Madhu. So his physical support and emotional support before and during the event is something we greatly appreciate, and we hope he will provide it for the future teams as well. The second set of people I'd like to mention are the current and previous question-making coordinators, as well as the previous general coordinators. And I'd like you guys to come on stage as well. So first, the math question-making coordinator, Varun Shah. Next, we have the bio question-making coordinators, Aditya Pujari and Amog Ranade. Next, we have the physics question-making coordinators, Amog Rakesh, and unfortunately, Saumil couldn't be here, but he played a big role too. And finally, the chemistry question-making coordinators, Ankan and Daksh. The previous general coordinators, Arvind and Pateria, please, Harshit Pateria, please come up. So a lot of these people, even though they are my colleagues in a sense, they're also my close personal friends. And well, I know how hard it's been for them for the past 2 years. A lot of them have had to make a lot of sacrifices and put a lot of things on hold. And I know even during the hard times, especially when they were burnt out and were struggling to go on, they pushed through. Then their dedication and their love for the event is what made it possible today. So I truly hope the next team, whoever you are, please carry on some of their zeal. Now finally, the last few people I'd like to invite on stage and thank from the bottom of my heart are the current general coordinators, my fellow colleagues, Saransh, Aditya, Lokesh, and Oyendala. So, when we first started this event, we didn't know how they had no experience with Mimamsa before. We didn't know how it was going to go. And I'm confident to say that over the past few months, I've gotten to know them pretty well personally. They have put a lot on the line for Mimamsa, and I'm saying this with complete faith and complete, I've seen them personally. They've sacrificed a lot of things, and they've put their body, mind, and soul on the line to make this event a success. I'd be floundering without their support, and this is the honest truth. I couldn't have asked for a better and more dedicated group of colleagues or friends. So this is me, Aniket, signing off as one of the general coordinators for Mimamsa 2022. Thank you for your patience, and we hope to see you guys again soon.
Stay. Thank you for joining us in this celebration of science, and congratulations to all finalists and winners, IIT Madras. We hope that we succeeded in making all of you think at least somewhat about the very nature of inquiry, and of course, that you had as much fun attending as we did in hosting. With that, Mimamsa 2022 comes to a successful close. Good evening, goodbye, and see you again next year. Thank you.